All right, in this video, we're gonna be building an MVP, or basically just a basic version of this idea I have. And the idea is basically a better way to test YouTube thumbnails. So recently, Vertasium made a great video about talk about how effective clickbait is, and that YouTubers are kind of like switching out their thumbnails to see which one leads to more views. And so the problem is that Vertasium literally has a team of people doing this, and obviously I can't afford a team of people to do this for me. So, but I think we can build an app that does something similar. Also, since this is an MVP, we're basically gonna be building it with like a product mindset, which means that the goal is to create a product that people will use and maybe even pay for. So yeah, let's see how far we can get, and let's get started. Okay, so first things first, we just kind of need to write down some notes in terms of like what's the basic features this is going to include. Obviously this is an MVP, so this is like what it kind of basically needs to have for it to work. So the goal is obviously, this is just like a running name, but it's YouTube with thumbnail tester. And the features is that like a user can sign in with Google, user can select a video to test, user can upload a new thumbnail, and then the app will track the views and switch the thumbnails basically. And that's basically it. Okay, so I actually started just scaffolding like a basic app. So all this is just a basic landing page. Nothing really happens if you click it. But yeah, basically this is all we have right now. So let's see how far we can get. Okay, so that took a while, but we got the Google sign-in working, so which is kind of like the first step we need to get done. So basically all it does is I have this dummy button that you can click and you can sign in with a Google account. Go ahead and click like a YouTube channel. You just continue through. And then basically what that does is it generates a auth token, which is like you can see right here. And I pass this auth token to my backend, which basically lets me authenticate my backend with Google's API. So that gives me an access token, a refresh token, but this just basically lets me use the Google API with their account. So yeah, so that's step one. So we got this done. User can sign in with Google, done. All right, so now we need to list off their videos. Okay, so at this point I have the user signing in. We created a user in our database. The same endpoint returns the user with their videos. So right now I'm just passing in their last 10 videos, and you can see this is the data that I'm receiving from the Google API. So I don't know what most of the stuff is, but this should be everything we need to do. Yeah, so you can see the title, description, just my channel name. Okay, cool. Looks yeah, this is something we can work with. So now we basically just have to list off the videos on the front end and have a user be able to select a video. Man, I swear sometimes like the most difficult part of building these things is just trying to figure out what looks good. Oh my god, dude, I just can't get anything to look the way I want it. Alright, so I got the videos being listed off and the thumbnails. So yeah, it looks decent. I'm not crazy about it, but it does what we need to do. You can select the videos, there's a button. And yeah, I think that's step 2 done. Also, I forgot to mention that if you're wondering if I validated the idea, the answer is no. I didn't validate it. Like I didn't ask like if people would be interested in this, but I know that this is something that I would personally use, which kind of gives me enough of like insight to think about like maybe if I want to use it, other people would want to use it as well. So that's kind of what I'm going off of. All right, okay, so I think pretty much most of it is done. There's one more thing we need to do, but I think what we have is pretty good enough. Like technically, what we have right now is enough to basically launch an MVP and see if like people would be interested. So Here, I'm just gonna walk through it real quick. So you sign in with Google. Once that happens, you have all your thumbnails, your videos listed. You have your thumbnail test. So you upload another thumbnail that you would want to compare against. And then you quite literally just start the test. So super simple, like takes like a couple minutes just to get through, not even. And basically, right now I don't actually have the backend where it's like switching the thumbnails, but that part's not too difficult to do. Right now, even if like we don't even really need to do that to see if people actually want to use this, like this would be more than enough just to see if people were interested in using this. If they got through the funnel, that basically means that people would want to see this and have this actually like be like an app. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm probably going to end the video here. But if you want me to go through a more technical point of view, basically, because I know this video I just kind of like skimmed through like how I actually coded it. But if you want me to go into the tech stack, what kind of plugins I used, what NPM packages and all that kind of stuff, just, comment below and I can make a video about that. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you've got any questions, feel free to comment below. I'll make sure to get to them.